The people of Earth had been through many attacks by the kaiju, but Godzilla saved them from the attacking kaiju. First in 2014 with the Mutos, and now in 2019, the evil kaiju, King Ghidorah, had begun its attack on mankind. But with the help of Mothra and the military, Godzilla defeated and killed King Ghidorah. After King Ghidorah died, the other kaiju bowed down before Godzilla, addressing to everything and everyone that Godzilla was indeed the king of the monsters. After this, Godzilla changed. Over time, he became more aggressive. He started to not care about the people and eventually started to kill them. It had been about 10 years since King Ghidorah's death, and that's when Godzilla attacked and destroyed his first city. The people of Earth didn't understand why Godzilla was attacking and killing them, until eventually a scientist figured out that humans were the threat to Earth, and that Godzilla wouldn't stop until every human on the planet was dead. Godzilla went on rampage after rampage, until the people finally had enough and decided that Godzilla had to die. The military developed a new weapon thousands of times stronger than the oxygen bomb used years earlier, and they were sure that this was enough to kill him. But what the military and people of Earth were unaware of was that almost every kaiju on the planet submitted before Godzilla, and he was their king. Eventually, the military loaded the weapon and shot it at Godzilla when they thought he was at his most vulnerable, which was when he was resting and consuming radiation. They fired the weapon at Godzilla, and it destroyed everything in the surrounding area. The people of Earth thought they had won, but were horrified when Godzilla rose from the sea, unharmed. Godzilla then roared so loudly it could be heard all across the planet. Then every kaiju that acknowledged Godzilla as their king came to his aid. The military was shocked when not just the ones they knew about, but dozens of kaiju they didn't even know existed came to Godzilla's aid. Their king then roared once more and sent them off to destroy humanity. Eventually, there were dozens of kaiju attacking dozens of cities all across the planet, killing millions of people. There was nothing the military could do. Eventually, after weeks of constant attacks, all governments across the planet fell, and civilization as we knew was over. At this point, billions of people were dead, but Godzilla and his army of minion kaiju wouldn't stop or rest until every last human was dead. After years of endless death and destruction, the human population was only in the hundreds. They thought they were safe in the bunkers that Monarch had built, but then, one by one, the bunkers were found by the kaiju, and with it, all the humans who survived in them were killed, until eventually, there were no bunkers remaining. Godzilla finally thought that every human was dead, but one day, Skull Island was discovered by the kaijus. So Godzilla commanded one of the kaiju to go and finish off the last of the human population. But when the kaiju didn't return, Godzilla knew something was off. So he went there himself to finish off humanity. But when Godzilla started to walk onto the shores, he saw one of, if not the only kaiju that didn't submit to him and acknowledge him as king. It was Kong. Godzilla roared and called his kaiju to him. But at that moment, the battle of God versus King was finally about to unfold.